p.m. This is a regular meeting of the governing body of Bloomingdale. I ask everyone to stand and join in a salute to our nation's flag at this time. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mayor Dunleavy is excused. Councilman Costa.
Here.
D'Amato.
Here.
Delariva.
Here.
Hudson. Present. Sondermeyer.
Here.
Yazzie.
Here.
Also with us is our borough clerk, Brianna Calabro, and our borough attorney, Dawn Sullivan, representing Dorsey and Semerald firm. This is an official meeting of the governing body of the Borough of Bloomingdale on December 18, 2018. The date and the time and place of this official meeting was faxed and mailed to all local news media and posted in the Bloomingdale Borough Hall. Moving on, we have no presentations today, but I would like to welcome Cub Scout Pack 86 and their troop leaders, Joe Wild and Adam Bird. The Scout Pack here is seeking their Hour of Light rank, I believe, and the ability to step over to the Boy Scouts, right? That's correct. Wish you the best of luck and on your efforts. Scouts are meeting with the governing body today and reviewing its functions. I believe it's a requirement to gain your Hour of Light credentials, correct? As mentioned before, the mayor will be late to the meeting, so you're going to have to put up with me today. I am the council president, and as by policy, the council president takes over for the mayor when the mayor is absent. And at this time, do you have any questions for the governing body? Yes.
So you're basically the man. Will the entire council nation right up to the mayor?
Yes. Yes. We rotate the council president every year, so everybody gets an opportunity on the council, and that's the way we've been doing it for the last, I guess, 5 years since I've been on the council here. Any other questions? We do have some pins for you guys.
All right, Tony.
Welcoming you to the council here. There you go. Okay, so we're going to move on. There's no early executive session.
Motion to adjourn.
There's no non-agenda items. There is one late executive session matter that involves personnel. If we make a decision on that matter, we'll decide on as we go into the following session. A note before we move to early public comment. We will be tabling the second and final reading on the marijuana ordinance. The specifics have not been finalized at the state level, and there is no reason to move the ordinance twice. I would refer to the town council. Can you, Dawn, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, the bill as introduced originally to which we drafted this ordinance has changed significantly to the point where the state is now seeking to actually be the licensing authority as opposed to the local municipalities being the licensing authority, which is kind of like how the alcoholic beverage control licensing works. So in light of those drastic changes, and I do not believe it went to a vote yesterday, you know, it's still up in the air. So rather than adopt something that may wind up being moot in case that the bill that actually goes to a vote keeps the state being the licensing authority. We're just going to table it further down until the bill is finalized and we can have legislation that has impact and is relevant to what the state is passing.
Okay, moving on. Can I get a motion to open early public comment?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there anybody that wants to speak in early public comment? I don't see anybody, so can I get a motion to close?
So moved. Second.
Okay. Moving on. Reports. Since the mayor is not here, does any council member have any reports to share at this time? Anybody?
Not me, Tom.
Okay.
Just wishing everybody a Merry Christmas.
Very good.
Happy New Year.
Same to all. Merry Christmas to all. Happy New Year. Okay, moving on. Consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve items 2018-12.1 through 2018-12.10?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Costa,
Yes. Oh, can I vote?
Yes, you do.
Yes, yes.
Tomato,
Yes.
Delripa,
Yes.
Hudson,
Yes.
Sandemeyer,
Yes.
Yazdi,
Yes.
Okay, we're going to move to pending items. As discussed before, can I get a motion to table item A, which is the second and final reading of the ordinance 30, 2018 regarding marijuana?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Tomato,
Yes.
Delripa,
Yes.
Hudson,
Yes.
Sandemeyer,
Yes.
Yazdi,
Yes.
Costa,
Yes. Moving on to item B, which is a discussion item. FEMA has reimbursed Bloomingdale for the March 2018 winter storm in the amount of $39,486.39. As we all see, reimbursement typically takes time, but at least we received it before winter that's here now. That stated, is there any other questions, discussions on the reimbursement? If not, let's move on. Introduction of new business, item A. Another discussion item. The borough has received correspondence and requests to sell land to a resident that seeks to build an auto body repair shop. The property is located on Union Ave and is next to the burnt-out home on the same side of the road as the firehouse. Since the application is currently in front of the planning board at this time, our borough attorney has directed us to deny the request. So with that stated, can I get a motion to deny the request to sell the property in question at this time?
So moved.
Second.
What's the reason?
Excuse me?
What's the reason we're denying it?
It's in front of it hasn't gone through the planning board.
Planning board yet?
Yeah, it's in front of the planning board currently.
It's premature.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, moving on. I need a motion for item B, adoption of resolution number 2018-12.11, payment of the municipal obligations.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Delripa,
Yes.
Hudson,
Yes.
Sandemeyer,
Yes.
Yazdi,
Yes, and recusing myself with any PO that has the last name Yasny on it.
Costa,
Yes.
Tomato,
Yes, except for 01463, numbers 1 through 5.
Okay, moving on. I need a motion for item C, adoption of resolution number 2018-12.12, transfer of 2018 appropriations.
So moved.
I need a
Second.
second. Roll call, please.
Hudson,
Yes.
Sondemire,
Yes.
Gassie,
Yes.
Costa,
Yes.
Tomato,
Yes.
Del Ripa,
Yes.
Moving on. I need a motion for item D, adoption of resolution number 2018-12.13, chapter 159, drive sober or get pulled over.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Sondemire,
Yes.
Gassie,
Yes.
Costa,
Yes.
Tomato,
Yes.
Del Ripa,
Yes.
Hudson,
Yes.
Moving on, I need a motion for item D, adoption of resolution number 2018-12.14, declaring an emergency for our street sweeper. Just a note on that, estimated repairs on a street sweeper are going to be around $15,000, according to what the mayor has found.
Can someone give me an update on this? I didn't know anything about it.
Well, let's make the motion. Yeah, make the motion. Someone seconded it, and then we get
Second.
into discussion, right?
Okay, yeah,
Who
let's
made
make
the
the motion
motion?
first.
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
My second, so let's
Second,
go.
now the discussion, right?
The way it was explained to me, the street sweeper, the repairs that are being done is normal repairs at this time of the street sweeper's life. That's the way it was kind of
It's
explained to me. It's maintenance, but it's large things that have to be replaced after, actually, usually they do it after 5 to 7 years, and we're past that, so we're actually, with our maintenance program, it lasted longer, so exactly the item list, I don't know, but just, that's the way it was explained to me.
So normal
by the
maintenance is
mechanic.
$15,000?
Yes.
It's actually, we're declaring an emergency tonight, right? So this way it doesn't hit our budget next year. This way we can pass it along into over 3 years. It's actually up to $30,000.
Yeah, it was
This
$29,000.
does not
29
exceed
grand.
30,000, this resolution.
So mayor felt that 15 of it had to be done. The other, 14 or 15, they're gonna look at it. But what I'd like to do is actually put a condition on this, because I do wanna look into this whole shared service.
Yes.
What the total cost to us is, what it's costing us to do it for Bloomingdale residents, versus what we're bringing in from a shared service. So before we go spend or authorize any repairs, in the January meeting, let's put it on the agenda to bring it back and authorize the repairs itself. So let's go ahead and pass this, right? So this way the emergency funds are available in case we go ahead and say, it does make sense, we're gonna go ahead and continue the shared service. So the money's there. Because if we don't do it now, then we have to budget the entire $30,000 next year, which is
Okay.
gonna hurt.
But I definitely think it should be
But I
We
think-
need to
shared
look
service
into
that should be looked at.
But I think going forward, if we know these repairs are going to have to be done,
Uh-huh,
this maintenance, it should be a budget item. It should
agreed.
be brought into that budget for maintenance under the vehicles that, at a certain time, it's gonna hit us for $30,000, so we can prepare for it instead of finding out about it afterwards.
Now, let me ask you a question. You guys are familiar, you've gone down there and visited it?
No,
Okay.
no, I did not.
I would just be curious, you said it's a little overdue.
That's what we're being told.
We're told
So,
the normal
yes.
time for this maintenance is 5 to 7 years. When the street sweeper gets put away for the winter, they do, I'll call it a winterization, all right? Because obviously, we're not going to use it during this time of the year. So they do their normal winterization of that piece of equipment, and when they were doing that, that's when these repairs came about.
Okay.
And just for the public to understand, these guys are here. We have a street sweeper that goes around town and cleans up the town, right? And it's really necessary to do this because I don't know if you noticed, right before a storm, or right after a storm, you see all the branches and everything sitting by the storm drains, right? You want to make sure you pick all that stuff up, otherwise it's going to clog up all the lines. And so it's important to do it, and we have a shared service, so we do this service not only for Bloomingdale, but we also do it for Pompton Lakes and Riverdale. So we're going to look into the numbers, make sure it makes sense for us to continue with that. given the big cost of repairs and the equipment itself, right? After so many years, you have to replace it. So just so you better understand what this discussion is all about.
Hey, Ray, maybe you want to, since we have time, maybe you can explain to the kids too what an emergency fund is, so they understand that.
Yeah, sure.
Since they're here
So-
for that.
Yeah, so we budget everything, all the expenditures that we're gonna have. This here was an item that we didn't budget for, so what we have to do is call it an emergency, and it allows us to borrow money, and then anytime you do an emergency funding like this, you have to pay it over 3 years, over the next 3 years. So rather than not doing the emergency bonding or funding tonight, if we left it alone come January and we decide that, okay, we're gonna do this, we gotta repair, we gotta do this maintenance, it's gonna hit our budget by $30,000, which means a tax increase for our residents, and nobody wants that, right? So, we rather do it, $10,000 a year rather than all 30 all at once. So it's a functionality that allows government to have a little bit of flexibility. In this case, we're actually exercising that flexibility.
Plus, we're doing it now, so it could be partially paid out of 2018 money, as opposed to, like you said, if we waited till 2019, January, it'd have to be all in 2019.
Right.
So we can spread it out over 2018, 2019, and 2020.
This 30,000, is this just for parts, and then we need to install?
No, it's
parts?
going out, the repair, the maintenance that has to be done, we are unable to do it in our
So it's
garage.
going to the Timmerman
It has to
company?
go out back to the manufacturer to get this stuff fixed, or replaced.
There is a quote in the book.
Yeah, it's from the Timmerman.
Timmerman.
Okay?
Any more input on that?
No, that's
I think we're good.
So, can we have a roll call to approve the adoption of resolution number 2018-12.14, declaring the emergency for the street sweeper?
So you want to declare the emergency, but add a condition of...
Yeah, please.
So we're adding
John,
the
can we do
condition.
that? Declare an emergency and adding a condition that before the funds are expended, they want to look into...
I think either way, it has to be, we have to do the work, because we sweep our own town, it has to be done.
Yeah.
According to
Let's
what I read, it's not
declare the
functional
emergency,
right now.
But let's put a,
What's the full amendment?
so
The
the
condition.
condition to the mayor is, don't go authorizing the repairs until we look into all of these expenses, because the other option, quite honestly, is to sell the machine, right, and
Okay.
outsource the entire project,
Okay, yes.
right? But I want to look into that more, because I don't fully understand what the impact is. It's
Okay.
got to make sense, right, if we're going to go that route.
Yeah, no, I think that condition is okay.
So I can add that.
Yeah, you can amend it, and the motion will be to adopt the resolution as amended.
So we need to redo the motion.
Yeah. Or you just ask whoever moved it if they move it with the amendment.
Ray,
Yes,
to move it as amended with the
move
condition.
it, yes.
Okay, so we're moving 2018-12.14 as amended.
Did someone already second it?
Seconded by Della Ripa.
Yes.
If you're ready for a roll call.
Do you
Okay.
second
Well,
as
even if we
amended?
don't amend it, because I don't want to, stop
No,
us.
you're amending it to add the condition. That's,
It's okay?
yeah,
All right.
that's okay.
No.
Roll call, please.
Yazdi,
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Tomato.
Yes.
Della Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sondermeyer.
Yes.
Okay, I need a motion for item D, adoption of resolution number 2018-12.15, approval of contract with RER.
Councilman Costa, we're not
We're tabling
fully
that
ready
till
to
January.
Oh, I
adopt
didn't
this
get
yet, so
that.
we're going to table this.
All right, I didn't
But
get
we'll
that.
still need a motion to table.
Okay, can we have a motion to table?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like a motion now to open to late public comment. All in favor?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Go easy on him, Rich.
Rich Bound, 16 Ty Street, Bloomingdale. I notice I have an R in front of my house, and I guess they're raising the drain.
Is it by the drain?
What?
Is it by the drain?
Yeah.
It's probably getting, that's R usually means they're
Yeah,
gonna
but I
reset
noticed
it.
also today.
They're gonna reset it, not raise it. They're gonna reset the drain, reset it.
Reset it.
Yeah.
But I noticed on Red Twig Trail today, they're doing that. Ain't they gonna tear up that road next year?
But you still have to reset them before, so that when you do tear it up, everything goes where it's supposed to be. So that's part of that project usually too.
Thank you.
Welcome, Mayor Dunleavy, just walked in. You're late.
For good reason.
Okay, is there anybody else that would like to speak in late public comment? If so, can I have a motion to close late public comment?
So much.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If I could make a comment to the scouts here, if you want to learn more about these meetings, because it doesn't look like we're going to go for a full hour, the meetings are videotaped and put on YouTube on a regular basis. So if you want to see other examples of our meetings, you can go to our YouTube channel and check them out. And anyone can if they want to. I just thought I'd plug that for a minute because I do try to put them out
Did
there.
the scouts have any questions that they need to ask? Oh, you did
we
already?
have one, yeah.
Good, okay. Any more questions?
Any other questions before we,
Why were you late?
questions are good.
They came to a good meeting tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's no more input and questions, I need a motion to open to late executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Wait,
So moved.
Yeah.
second.
Aye.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yes.
Switch.
From executive session, there is one matter that we will be, I will asking for a motion to approve the Chief Burrell's contract for 3 years. As we state, if we're going to take action on a executive session item, I'd ask if there's any public wishing to speak to that item. So, I'm not going to ask for a motion. Is there any public wishing to speak to the subject of Chief Burrell's 3-year contract? That's the only item we're putting up. Seeing no one, can I have a motion to approve Chief Burrell's contract, 3 years, subject to attorney review?
So moved.
Second.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Costa?
Yes.
Tomato?
Yes.
Olorka?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Sondemire?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
And before I ask for a motion to adjourn, I see the gentleman who was at our last meeting, right? We tabled the ordinance for the marijuana legislation because the legislation that's currently proposed states that any local laws have to be done after the law. So if we were to adopt tonight and spend money to advertise it for the newspaper, we'd have to redo it in the new year when the law is passed. So we tabled it, and we're going to wait till the law is passed and then have that conversation again. Whether we're going to do the same ordinance, I don't know. It was the licensing thing, saying we weren't going to issue licenses. But the governing body has to have a lot of conversations on how we're going to move forward on it, whether we're going to opt in, opt out, do the ordinance, put zoning in place. So those are conversations yet to come. But we really can't do anything till legislation on the state's end's done. Otherwise, we're really spinning our wheels until we know what the state's really mandating. So, just so you know. Did you have any comments? I'll let you speak to that.
I'm a newborn at home, that's why I ran.
Oh, okay.
Oh, congratulations.
Okay.
Oh,
wait.
10 minutes, I'm just gonna run down.
Right, she was pregnant. She was pregnant the last meeting. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Very nice. Very nice.
So when was the baby born?
Did you vote?
December 1st,
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful.
Congratulations.
Boy, girl,
Very nice.
the boy.
and name, weight, and all that good stuff.
Benjamin Robert.
Nice.
Yeah, anyone who's had it too, we don't know exactly.
Yeah. So go home and
I don't think I need to tell you. You don't know.
We've all been spit on.
and haven't slept for days, right? Yeah, so that's where we are, and we'll keep in the loop. I mean, I take my card before you go and send me an email so I have your email, and I assure you when we put things on the agendas on this topic, I'll email you so you know. All right, but our agenda's posted usually Friday before our meeting, so always keep track on that. I don't foresee anything on our end until February, March-ish, depending on the legislation, when the state passes it. It did. They're saying February now, so we'll see. All right, I just wanted to let you know.
Appreciate the update. Thank you.
Yep, good. And at this time, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Merry Christmas, everybody.